wheel and Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome to IJustWatched. It's your boys, and we're back, and we're here to discuss Loki episode 3. But before we jump into it and we start discussing what we think, how it's perhaps changed our theories, maybe how it's changed yours, gotta hit you with the usual. It says, hopefully you like this video enough to smash that like button, click subscribe to stay tuned and see more of our shenanigans, hit that little bell to get notified when those shenanigans release. That being said, let's talk Loki episode 3. Alright everyone, so we're on planet Lamentis. It's not a planet, it's a moon, isn't it?
No, the moon's gonna hit it.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go, yeah, there you go. So we're on Lamentis, which has been mentioned in the comics before. I can't remember it being something frequent. However, I just know it's connected to two very important possible characters to be introduced into MCU in a future date.
Annihilus.
Yes, and the Annihilus Wave, which is monster level, top tier villainy. And I think I'm saying it right, the Phalanx?
I think that's
It's
right.
like PHALANX or something like that.
Sounds.
Yeah, it's like a technovirus type thing, if I remember correctly. It's a hive mind virus. And then they're also very dangerous. So it's just interesting to see if maybe something comes out of it. Of course, this planet is being destroyed hella in the future. So there's always time to dabble with it again if need be. Or, you know what, it was just a nice little drop and we're moving on. That being said, this episode made me miss Mobius and Mobius. Because his that buddy friendship, that back and forth between him and Loki is one of the big draws for me.
That
right
lethal weapon of it.
Almost, yeah. Because like the way they kind of bounce off each other.
Buddy cop.
Yeah, there you go. It really is one of the main draws for me for the show, which is one of the reasons I really enjoyed it. So it kind of sucked not to have him at all. And then I expected way more of like a legit, not necessarily interrogation, but interrogation of both Lokis, in a sense. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not Lady Loki. I'm pretty sure it's not Loki in general. I'm calling her Enchantress. If you don't know, watch the other video. But Enchantress, and who is never Loki, which I'm pretty positive. Our Loki was kind of just like, all right, cool. You know, your bullshit answers. That's good enough for me. Let's go. And I was like,
Well, he knows they're bullshit. That's why.
Yeah.
So
but I still feel like, but I also get the fact that like they don't want to tell us anything yet, just because this episode felt like they didn't know how to tell us without ruining big surprises. So they went super blanket with it and just pushed forward. Like the biggest thing about this episode is obviously, oh, and spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it again, that's on you. But the biggest thing about this episode is her telling him that they're all variants.
Everybody's a variant.
Yeah, everyone in the TVA, I was going to say TSA. That's the biggest drop. That's like the biggest ooh moment of the episode. Other than that, like, it was cool to see Loki use a little bit more magic. Like, he was like magic blasting people.
It looked like he used a time stone.
Yeah, like it was cool to see that. I'm interested to see more of our Loki actually use magic, because if you notice, Enchantress didn't use any magic. The only thing she did was the enchantment itself.
Yeah.
She didn't use any magic when she was fighting.
No.
So that tells me she probably doesn't know how to use magic that well.
I think she used it before. Well, she's only used the enchantment, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And she knows to fight.
Yeah. You know, she has the broken thing, and apparently she's been on the run for a long time.
Missing a horn.
Mm-hmm. So, like, that tells me, like, she's probably not proficient in magic, which also tells me that's not a Loki, because Loki's always proficient in magic.
Every iteration.
Yeah. Because literally all she does is enchantment. Don't get me wrong, it's a powerful thing, but she's a one-trick pony, you know? So there's something more that needs to go on there, or is going on there, excuse me.
We only got 3 episodes left.
Yeah, exactly. So this one feeling like a filler episode kind of threw me up for a loop, because I was like, yo, we got 6 episodes total, and you're going to use one of them
As a filler?
as a filler? Like, no. Like, that's a big chunk. It is the shortest episode so far.
It really was. They didn't know what they wanted to do, man.
Yeah.
But
there was things I did like in it. Like, I like seeing the fights were cool to see. I mean, having Tom Hiddleston sing in Asgardian was dope. Like, I like the play on it. Like, it kind of showed his mortal side of it, because he just got drunk and just had a good time, so fuck it. So that was kind of cool. But, and then, like, one of my favorite parts is when, like, the building's falling, he's like, I got it, and he just stops it and pushes it back.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like he used the time stone.
Yeah, because I've never seen him do anything like that either, so when I was watching that, I literally rewinded it, and I played it back, and I was like, you've never done anything that powerful.
No.
I'm not saying you can't, but that's just weird.
It's weird how...
The only thing we didn't see is, like, the green on it.
Yeah, like around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, him, or even the texture itself.
Yeah. We're halfway through. We know nothing.
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Because that means, it can only get better from here, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, we're going to find out who the big bad is. Maybe we're going to find out who the big bad is for going forward in the MCU just in general.
Possibly, yeah. Because I still think it's Kang who is somehow, or the Council of Kang or something, because the TVA is no longer the proper TVA, and Ravina Renslayer is Kang's love interest, and she's the only one who speaks with the Timekeepers. So there's no way, like, you don't just name that character that and introduce Kang in another movie.
Yeah, it's...
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way, even if Kang isn't there himself...
There's too many coincidences.
There's going to be Thanos in the chair moment, and she's talking to Kang through, like, some kind of digital communicator, or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to be present. Again, it's all time-related. She's his love interest. Immortus, which is another Kang, part of the Timekeepers. Kang's already announced for the Quantum Realm. I love the theory that the TVA is the city in the Quantum Realm. I love that theory. I dig it. I hope that's true.
Nothing would work in there. That would make sense.
Yeah. So that was cool. So I'm interested to see where it keeps going. But yeah, this episode just wasn't like the greatest. That's basically it.
No,
for me.
I agree 100%. I think that we missed things that they set up in this episode that's going to pay off big.
For sure.
Coming back. And then after the rewatch, it'll be like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. Should have called that.
Yeah. This episode might be our dark world. Where do they come from?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Exactly.
When are we? Don't do it. Okay.
Why are we?
Oh, is it why? Yeah. Damn it.
But it was enjoyable episode. But I'm definitely just excited to see where it goes. I mean, 4, 5, and 6 has to be a banger. Also, like the end credits for this one was a little bit different. I didn't see that. You know the jerks that we usually get. They weren't there.
They changed in all of them.
Especially not what I expected after the way the second one ended.
Yeah.
With this big like, oh shit, like what's going on? He followed her there, and Mobius is there. Like it was just, I expected more. I expected it to be much more like intense than it was. Then this weird like, I hate you, you hate me, but we're gonna work together. But like we like each other, but we don't like each other. I don't trust nobody, but I trust you. Like, you know.
Like a 90s rom-com.
Yeah, like it was just, and like the only thing is that I thought was funny was like people were like, it makes sense for Loki to fall in love with himself. I was like, yes, it does.
Yeah, because if there's one person Loki loves with all his heart, it's himself.
Exactly.
And a female form of himself.
Yeah. He's like, bet, I'm pretty.
That's icing on the cake.
He's like, and now there's a second prettiest one because I'm still first.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
If anyone else calls you Beast, I'll kill them. Yeah.
But no, it was cool. And then like we get the confirmation that he's bi. But I'm like, if you know Norse mythology, Loki been freaky, baby. The correct term I guess would be pansexual, because I mean he turns into animals, he turns into men, women, different creatures. He don't care.
Don't bring up the horse.
I mean, I wasn't, but you brought it up.
Yeah.
You know, that's Odin's horse.
Read the comics if you know about the horse.
Yeah, or just Google actual Norse mythology. The horse, Fenrir. I always forget the name of the snake, the world serpent, Ymir, something like that. And obviously Hela, and then there's a bunch of others, but we won't get. He said, "Zeus, I like your style," and then went about it. But no, like, so it was cool. So I'm still interested in the show, but it definitely kind of like made me go like, all right, I need more now. Like it was like I watched it and I was like, this is one of those episodes where, like I would have rather binged it, because if I binged it, this episode would have been better.
Yes. But
sitting on it kind of made me like, all right, it's a long week. It feels like 2 almost.
Yeah. So,
with that being said, you may have loved it. Maybe you picked up something that we missed. Definitely let us know down below. Comments, questions, concerns, requests. We love hearing from you. David, anything else you want to add to these little, to let these people know? That's not what I want to say. Not the way I wanted to say it, but that's how it got said.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So you just let me just do all that weird shit. Fantastic. But no, down below, want to hear from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well. Adios.